I My wife is away having herself a good time with some of her sisters on a Beauty and the Beach getaway. I know she's enjoying herself as well as she should. Amen. As well as she should. She should be enjoying herself doing that. Um, but I just want to take some time this morning, real quick, guys. This is Coach Jeff Smith with Love the Game 24/7, and you know, I'm here to who's out there? What student athlete and parent out there would like to know how to master and learn this recruiting process for their student athlete? How many of you all are out there that would love to know how to navigate through the recruiting process? And so, if I have some of you all out there who are interested in knowing how to navigate and how to master the recruiting process from someone like myself who personally went through it and was blessed to play at every level. I have a student um, athlete myself, two of them, but one decided he wanted to go much further. So um, I just want to be sure that I do you guys justice. So this time next week, next weekend, next Saturday morning on 11/11 at 11, and that's 11 Eastern time. So next Saturday on November 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, you're gonna get a free webinar with Coach Smith on what it means to compete, so that you can earn multiple scholarship offers or opportunities. So if there are some parents and student athletes out there who want to know how to master um, this recruiting process, then you need to get with Coach Smith next week, November 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, right? That's easy to remember. 11, 11, 11, right? November 11th at 11, right? And so if there are some parents and student athletes out there who really want to, especially, if you're at the middle school level, and you're at the high school level, early high school, or any, part of high school, we definitely want to help you. But we want to get on these things as early as possible to have that road for our student athlete, male or female, doesn't matter what sport. Okay, the recruiting process um, is pretty much the same, right? And so you need to learn this because it can be uh, very taxing, and you have to uh, always. It's always good to have other people who know what they're doing, right? It's always good to have that. And there are some student athletes out there who you already have some multiple offers, and maybe you haven't gotten the offers you wanted yet, and you need to learn that as well, and how to maybe possibly get some of those offers you want that you haven't received yet. Or you're a student athlete and you have multiple offers, um, but you need to know how to navigate and learn how to decide what's the best scholarship you should take. You should sign before you sign your letter of intent to go play your sport at the college level. You need somebody to help who's unbiased to help you um, learn how to go through the process, how to make your final decisions. Because ultimately, mom and dad, it's going to be up to your student athlete, right? And they need to know what to look for when they take their unofficial visits or they take their official visits, right? Um, and so you need to learn how to, just like I took my son through the process and told him, hey, ultimately it's up to it's going to be up to you, but these are some things that you need to be considering, right? Because this is a place you're going to be living for the next 4 years, with some new brothers and sisters that you're going to be new teammates, right? And you become like family, right? And so you got to know and pick and find the best family for the next 4 years of your life, of where you want to be, so that you can be the best you, right? Be the best student athlete. So if you want to get started, as I start this webinar series, free webinar series, the first one's going to be, how to compete, you know, um, and so be sure to take some time out and go. My link tree link will be in my bio, because I want to be sure, because I'm going to send out the Zoom link for those folks who go to the link, go to my link tree that you will see in the bio. Be sure you, I have a link, the link at the top. When you go to my link tree account, the first link at the top has where you can sign up and register to get the free ebook and watch the 6-step method driven about recruiting and getting multiple offers that I would like for you to watch before next Saturday. And then um, it'll give me your email address, and be sure, hey, I'm building my email list. I need some of you folks to go out there and do this so I can help build my email list. And your email is kept private. I don't share emails, right? I have a safe website that doesn't share emails. So when you go out there and you fill out the form and get the free ebook and watch the 6-step method video um, that on recruiting and getting multiple offers that you need to watch is very important. So please go out and do that. And like I said, you'll see the link tree account in my bio um, when I share this video on my various social media platforms that a lot of you all follow me on. Be sure to share it with your other friends and family members, teammates, team parents. I don't care if you're in little league sports, high school sports. You need to get started on this early, right? We don't need to wait until we get to high school, because you're late if you're waiting for high school, right? We need to get started on this by end of elementary, going into middle school. We need to start this in middle school. Trust me, I'm a college administrator. We start recruiting kids at middle school to encourage them, or to get their interest about getting their you know bachelor's degree, getting a college education. We don't wait until they get to high school. We start recruiting kids early and getting their interests. And we want, and there's a lot of people, as what a lot of us know, there are a lot of college recruiting trips that some of these kids take during the summer at an early age. Why? Because we want to get them, you know, to desire and want to go and get their college education. And then being a student athlete, this is a great way to pay for your college education. Okay. Um, and so for those parents, like I asked earlier, who's out there that is interested in learning how to master and navigate through the recruiting process? Well, if you're out there and you want to learn that, then you need to get with Love the Game 24/7 with Coach Smith and join this free webinar next Saturday. We're going to talk about some good things. I'm going to introduce myself and some things that'll be coming up as we end the year and come into next year, and also share about how you can get my digital course that I'll be releasing in 2024. And also, I'm available for some coaching and things of that nature as well. But I just wanted to come out here because I'll probably will be going live every day this week, promoting and getting people information about the free webinar coming up on 11/11, November 11th at 11, right? Um, so it's the 11th month on the 11th day at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Let's get it, right? Let's talk about it. Let's get some good information to get you started, and how we can go from there and keep this thing rolling to help you and your student athlete get in line and get positioned to get multiple scholarship offers. Man, I had a great night last night. I got to go to 2 playoff games for some area teams in the area. Um, I think we had Chapel Hill visit Hoggard. I mean, they were winning at 42-0 at halftime. I left a little bit after the third quarter, right at the beginning of the third quarter, so I can get over to Laney playing against Middle Creek. And that was a tight one initially, but Laney pulled that one out. Remember, that's MJ, Michael Jordan's high school. And Laney pulled it out in the first round of the playoffs. Last night, so I got to go to 2 games and see that great finish that Laney pulled off. It was, like I said, it was a tight one, but it was an exciting game. They won 27-13. Last minute interception too, that Laney pulled out and ran it back for a touchdown. Man, it was exciting to be at that game. So it was great to do that. I'm going to be going home, visit my mom, and also speaking at Bogaciga High School back in Gulfport, Florida, which is a suburb of St. Pete. One of my good buddies, Jay Clark, asked me to come speak to some ninth graders. I'm excited about going home and doing that and speaking to Bogaciga Fundamental High School and talking to the ninth graders. And I'm hoping to get a chance to go back and to my old high school where my son played, CCC, Cloverland Central Catholic. I think back home in Florida, we start playoffs next Friday. So I'm hoping if they are playing at home, I'll get to go to the game Friday night and get up in there and see that. hopefully, I'm hoping, or somewhere, and see some good football back home in Florida. But I just want to share that and just want to let you guys know. All right, I'll be live pretty much every day this week, almost. I'm pretty sure I will. But in order to get the Zoom link, I need you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to build my mailing list. And like I said, I don't share emails. Your emails on a safe site when you register for the free ebook and the 6-step method driven video that you'll watch. I'll get your email, and I'll be sharing the Zoom link with those folks who go out there and do that. Like I said, tell as many people as possible. Tell as many of your student athletes and teammates about what's coming. So I'm excited about getting this kicked off, this free webinar, and talking about some good information and sharing about what it means to compete as a student athlete to get multiple scholarship opportunities. That'll be the first webinar, free webinar that I'll be doing, and hopefully I'll be doing. My plan is, not hopefully, my plan is, and I will be, because I have a lot of content, a lot of things to talk about on my free webinar. I'm just getting all this organized. I want to just see how much interest is out there with student athletes and parents to help you navigate, and with Love the Game 24/7 Sports. So I'm excited about that. And like I said, you're talking to someone who experienced it personally at every playing, blessed to play at every level, and blessed to have a son that's playing at every level right now. We're excited about his opportunity and being able to watch him play, and being still close to the game as I am, because I love sports. And I also shared earlier this week about the Boston College women's lacrosse team. Man, I mean, that locker room, I mean, that thing is no cap, man. That thing is off the chain. You have to go out there to their Twitter site and see that. But those girls are beasts at BC women's lacrosse. But just women's lacrosse period, I just enjoy watching. I enjoy watching the men's too. I enjoy that. But I want to just share this, because I will. I mentioned this on one of my videos, and I'll probably share it. But I mentioned that how flag football for girls is booming, right? And I know it boomed in Florida, because they even have a state championship now in Florida. And while I was at a game last night, while I was at one of the playoff games last night here in Wilmington area, I heard one of the parents say that they're going to start flag football for girls in North Carolina. I told you it's coming, and eventually it's going to get to the NCAA level and may have scholarship ramifications for girls playing flag. You guys know, you see the NFL promoting flag football, for everybody, for girls and boys, right? And I think it's a safer way to start kids playing football, especially when they talk about head trauma and those different things. It's probably good to start these kids out in flag football at a young age, doing that before tackle, and probably get them in tackle maybe late elementary, middle school, because I don't think you need to have your kid playing a tackle sport like football for the first time when they get to high school. No. You got to prepare them before that. You don't want a kid first experience playing tackle football in high school. Now, it happens sometimes, because some kids are late bloomers, right? Physically, there's some kids, and then all of a sudden they just blow up and and tower over you and get big. But I just believe that I would have done things. I know I played when I was 7. Things were a little different, I think, back then. The coaching on how our fathers taught us, we went through a lot of tackle drills, proper tackling. We didn't do a lot of hitting with our helmet. I mean, you would literally get men in trouble for leading with your helmet when we grew up as a kid tackling somebody. I mean, that's just how our dads were. It's like, no, man, your head should be to the side. You hit with your shoulder. You should be seeing what you're hitting, right? Not dropping your head, risking injury to your head and your neck. I mean, it's a risk, period, but you make it more or susceptible to head and neck injury when you tackle, incorrectly, right? We want to teach proper technique. And when you teach and use proper technique, you have less injuries. But I'll be talking more about that kind of stuff too on some of the free webinars. I don't want to give everything away and talk about everything, but I just want to share that about flag football for girls. It's supposed to be coming to North Carolina. We already have it in Florida, and it's serious business down there in Florida with it. So, and it's booming, which is as well as it should. Getting girls into football, and I know all the teams. The Jets and the Giants, and even the Cardinals that my son plays with. You go on their website, they all are promoting flag football, especially with the girls, because these girls, man, when you watch some of it, it's these girls can play. All right. And they can throw the football, they can catch. Trust me, these girls are growing up today playing more football than they did back during my time. I know back when I was in high school, we did have what we call the powder puff game for the juniors playing against the seniors when you're getting ready to graduate. We always had that powder puff flag football game. So the football players would coach up the girls that wanted to play the powder puff game, for respect for. And I'm telling you, when I was in high school, that stuff got serious. Those powder puff flag football games with the girls were, I mean, they got serious. So I am not surprised one bit of how flag football is booming right now, especially with the females and how well they can play the game. Um, and they love it. And so it should be something that they should be able to do. And so it was nice to hear that one mom say that to the gentleman that I was sitting with and watching the playoff game at Hoggart. She mentioned that they were supposed to be bringing flag football for girls to North Carolina. So that's exciting news, But as I said, exciting news about Love the Game 24/7 um, and Coach Smith is next Saturday, November 11/11 at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be doing the free webinar on what it means to compete. So tell your teammates, tell your student athletes, tell your team parents, free webinar on what it means to compete to earn multiple scholarship opportunities. And like I said, there may be some players that have multiple offers, but you need to make a decision on where you're going to go, right? So you can't take that lightly either. So I'm excited about doing this free webinar next week, next Saturday. So be sure, that you share this information. You will see my Linktree link to go to my Linktree account so you can see all my social media platforms. But the main thing that you want to do when you go to that link is click on the first link at the top, right? And get the free, as I shared earlier, get the free ebook and watch the free video on my 6-step method driven on what it takes to get multiple scholarship opportunities. And as I'm using that to build my email listing, and like I said, everybody's emails are safe. I don't share emails. This is for me to build my email listing so I can get information out to people. I'll be sharing my Zoom link as I'll be going live pretty much every day this week, sharing this information and sharing, those folks who sign up for that I will get an email on my secure website. And then I will be sharing the Zoom link for the free webinar next week that I'm looking forward to having you folks join me next week. But I just want to do a short, quick live because I got a tea time that I got to get ready for today at Castle Bay in Hempstead, North Carolina, where I'm usually always playing. Like I said, the wife went out of town to enjoy herself with some of her girlfriends, which is very much needed, and I support it. And while I support that, I'm going to be supporting myself on that golf course with my tea time. Amen. All right. So I appreciate you guys joining me, and I look forward to next Saturday when we go live at 11 Eastern Time with Coach Smith. Right. Let's do this. Right. Share this with your student athletes and parents and teammates. Okay. But like I said, I'm looking forward to going to some playoff games again next week as well. But it was great last night to see some of our area teams here in Wilmington make the playoffs. And I think quite a few of them won last night as well. But I appreciate you guys. Look forward to talking to you again. Have a blessed and safe weekend. Love y'all. Peace out.